Hello all, good morning. Let's start the today's session. Just for a recap, in the previous session, it is like demo session. Just in the yesterday session, just we discussed about like what is CRM. I just provided the basic information about what is customer relationship management. As you know, the Salesforce will provide the CRM service. And regarding the customer relationship management, these applications will be used by the
Yes.
organization or the companies in such a way. So whenever they're required to have the
మీరు ఏమన్నా రాగలుగుతారా
platform,
మధ్యాహ్నం
please mute, please be on mute. Okay. So regarding the CRM applications, as I said, if any company would like to do start from marketing to the service, so we have like different business core applications which is provided by CRM applications. That is for marketing, sales, and service. Different modules of the applications of the clouds which is provided by this CRM organization, CRM services. Coming to the Salesforce, as you know, there is like different companies who are providing the CRM services. This is the list yesterday we have discussed, and Salesforce is the market leader in terms of CRM. And after that, we have seen like some of the basic understanding regarding the market of Salesforce and all. And then I have provided basic information like introduction to the Salesforce, like what are the services it provide, and provided the differentiation between online and on-premise. Whereas the Salesforce is like totally online, which is cloud-based technology. So you no need to maintain servers and all. And also I have provided some basic knowledge on what is single tenant architecture and multi-tenant architecture. Here the Salesforce will follow the multi-tenant module. So that is one of the reason where it provides less cost when compared with the second competitor. And coming to the services, as I said, software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and platform as a service. These are the three different services which is provided by the Salesforce, so that it is like plug and play scenario. After purchasing a license, you can simply start using your Salesforce applications and you can build your applications, whatever you require. So this is what we are discussing in the previous session. So today, let's see, let's start the your information. I mean to say the course here. So as I said, first we are going through the admin part. It takes 22 sessions. Let's start the session. So to understand the Salesforce, from the start day, as I mentioned, we are going to create an application. It is a sort of a project which we are going to do. Whatever the concepts we are learning here, we are going to implement everything in the project. So by end of the course, you are able to complete a project. So, for to create a project or to have some hands-on experience, so we need a trial account, right? So let's see how to create a trial account. And to create a trial account, in the yesterday session, as we discussed, so these are the additions which is provided by the Salesforce CRM. So by using these additions, so developer is the addition where you can use this developer addition to create a trial account. But before creating a trial account, we need to have some knowledge on some items here. Let's discuss that part. So, any company to purchase the licenses, to purchase the product, there is some licenses, right? So regarding the license, Salesforce will provide some of the license. This is like usually the user license sort of scenario. Some of the licenses which you need to understand is like Salesforce is one license, Salesforce platform, Salesforce integration. So this is how it provides. There is a lot more. So regarding the licenses part, of course, you may not aware of it. Your top management will take care of it. But as a developer, we should have some basic knowledge on the licenses. Why? Because whatever the user, after purchasing the licenses, you are going to be allotted with some space, right? Yesterday, I was showing in the MS Paint. So in the tenant, some space will be allocated to you. So after creating the instances, here we are going to provide access to the user. So this license will play an important role in order to provide access to the user. Let's say you are going to, as you know, this is for the CRM applications. You are going to recruit some users for marketing, right? Some users for sales and some for service. So in this scenario, there is some of licenses is available. like marketing license, sales user license, and marketing user license. That means if you want to use that particular user only for your marketing purpose, you can assign the marketing agent or marketing user license to that user. So that even though he is your employee, even though he has access to your instance, but he can get access to only the marketing application or marketing cloud. So what is this instance basically? So till now we are just discussing about instances. What is this instance? Instance is nothing but just to give you a basic knowledge here. This is not only for Salesforce, I mean to say. So here, some of the keywords which we need to remember here is instance. We regularly used to call the keywords like instance, tenant, right? Or URLs. These are some of the stuff which we regularly use these words to discuss this here. Instance is nothing but if you take any software life cycle, software development and all. So in general, now let's say BMW is a company who are using the CRM application or any application. So, by end, you are able to, let's say take an Amazon. So whatever the Amazon website you are using for shopping, that is their live instance or that is their production instance, right? So before production we can't directly implement all our logic on the production, right? So for that, what they will do? First, they will create a dev instance. Dev instance is nothing but your dev organization URL. So your developers will do some activities on the dev, and then once it is done, that will be moved to the quality acceptance instance or quality assurance instance. Then the solution will be moved to the UAT, that is user acceptance testing, and then it will move to the production. So this dev is one instance, QA is one instance, UAT is one instance, and production is another instance. Now uh, let's say here for Yaksha IT, I have created dev instance dot my dot salesforce.com. So this is one instance for me. In the same way, here for QA, I will use one another instance. Okay. In the same way, I can use UAT and production instance. So this is nothing but your instances now. And coming to my production, I have like live where my end users can use my production. So this is my production instance. So yesterday we are seeing there, right, in the paint, there is let's say one container and one space will be allocated to you. Whatever the space you have been allocated, in the same space, you are going to create all these instances for you. Getting my point? So this is one instance, this is another instance, and this is another instance. Now, whatever the development you want, as per the customer requirement, if you want to create some new applications or you want to customize your applications, customize the existing application, whatever, you are going to provide access to the user in this dev instance for the developers. So quality acceptance, the engineers who are recruited for quality team, they will be assigned some licenses in this instance so that that user can access only quality acceptance instance. You know the test engineers, right? For the test engineers, we will provide access to this instance. So how you are providing access to these instances? That's again with this licenses only. Getting my point? So here, once the dev team has developed, it will move to the quality acceptance. Once the quality acceptance approves and everything, it is like bug free. And they will, if they give agree approval, then the solution can be moved to the UAT instance. And here, whatever the end user is going to enter the data to feed the records or to access the records after user acceptance test, everything is done. Then the solution move to the production. Now the production will be the end goal, end product, a complete full-fledged product where your end user will use your product. These are the instances, right? So what is organization URL? This is nothing but your org URL, or you can call this as an organization URL or instances. Just I am trying to explain you the terminology as well. Terminology is very much important as we are going to work in some real-time projects. So usually it seems like org URL and instance looks like the similar, but only difference which you need to understand. The org URL is nothing but now let's say this is my org URL. So in the org URL, we are going to deal with multiple clouds here, Now let's say sales, service, and marketing, all the clouds in a one organization, that is org URL. Now let's say you want to create a separate org URL only dedicated to marketing, or only for a sales, or only for service. That we usually call it as instance, right? This is just for a terminology purpose, right? Now like we have like different editions, and each and every edition has like separate licenses again, and these licenses will be used to provide access to your instance, right? Up to this level, we have an idea. Now let's say how to create a trial account. As I said, developer edition is the one which allows you to create a trial account. So there might be different scenarios. If you search on the Google as well, you can able to find different different options to create a trial accounts. But I suggest you don't go with that links. Now let's say here if you see salesforce.com, so you can go to this home page, and from here as well you can able to create login and you can create a Salesforce account. But please don't go with these links. Why? Because this will block or terminate your instances within 15 to 20 days or maximum 30 days. So don't go with it options. Please go with the link, whatever I'm going to provide you now, right? So this will help you to get to have the trial account for at least 3 to 4 months. So if you keeps on login, that will last for 6 months as well. So let's see how to create it one. To create a trial instance, the prerequisites for it is simply one email ID. You can have your own email ID, or you can create new email ID. I mean to say, you can use the same existing email ID or new email ID as well. But if you are giving with some personal email IDs, you are going to get some regular emails from the Salesforce regarding the promotions and all. If you are okay with it, you can go with your personal email ID as. So while we are working for an automation process, let's say, so at the time of automation process, we are going to send or trigger some actions that relates to the email. So now let's say whenever a new record is inserted, one email will be triggered. This type of emails will receive to your email ID. So if you're okay with it, you can go with your personal email ID. Otherwise, you can create new email ID for your trial account. So here to create a trial account, so the prerequisites are Gmail, right? And to create an account, just you need to use this link, https developer.salesforce.com. Try to use this account /sign up. So try to use this account. Here it shows developer.salesforce. So if you are going through this link, so this will remain for at least 3 to 4 months. If you are keeps on logging to the account, it will take you like 6 months as well. So you could see how to create an trial account here. It is as simple as creating a Gmail account. So this is the page like salesforce.com. It will automatically take you to the salesforce.com and developer sign up, right? So here, just you need to provide your first name. Now let's say Yaksha IT is my username, and job title, let's say CEO, and work email. So I will go with my Gmail ID, which is created for this batch. This is my Gmail ID. So just keep your Gmail ID. Your work email ID is nothing but your Gmail ID, right? And company, it is like YIT, that is Yaksha IT, and you can take your own country or region. So go with agreement. I'm not a robot. Simple. Just you have added your name, work email, and company details. That's it. Sign me up. As simple, you are able to create a trial account with the Salesforce. So no need of purchasing the account and all, but please go through this link only. Don't go with other links. It will expire as you are having the total sessions for 3 months. So if you are going with this different approach, that might exit within 10 to 15 days or maximum 30 days. So please don't go with it. Use this link only. So now once you have submitted, you will receive a confirmation email to the email ID, whatever you have provided like this. Here you could see welcome to Salesforce. So if you see this account, here in the email, here it generates some organization URL. This is your org URL or instance URL, whatever you call for now. So this is your org URL, and below it shows your username as well. The username will be automatically created by the system, So you can't able to choose your username directly. So previously it provides an option for us to choose for a trial account, especially. Of course, for a license, you can choose your email IDs for your user IDs. But coming to the trial account, there is no option to create your own thing. So it will automatically generated by the system. For you as well, it shows @agentforce.com. This is unique. For if you are creating with your own email ID, still you are able to see the extension as @agentforce.com. And this is going to be your org URL. Here you could see org form. For you as well, it shows org form and the number will be changed for you. And dev edition dot develop dot salesforce.com is your org URL. And this is your login ID, right? And here, once for the first time, there is a button here to reset the password. You need to go with it, reset the password. So it will take you to the Salesforce page where you can reset your password. So this is like one type job while creating the password while creating a trial account. Let me give one password here. So here now, this is my Salesforce account. You could see how simple to create a trial account. This is as simple as creating a Gmail account, which I used to tell. So this is your Salesforce. It shows developer edition. That's basic links which is provided for in terms of sales perspective, like how the Salesforce work and all. So I will explain you this Salesforce and all in the coming in the next thing. Now this is how you can create a Salesforce. Now you could see this is your org URL, right? So you may ask the question, right? So whether I need to remember or I need to maintain this org URL for every time I need to log in. Yes, you may, but this is not only the option. You can also simply use login.salesforce login.salesforce.com. You can simply use this link, whatever the organization it is. Now, let's say you are working for a TCS, Infosys, or whatever the company. For the different companies, so you don't need to go and use the regular. So here the spelling is which is entered is wrong. Salesforce.com. So you can use this login.salesforce.com. If you are working with any project or any client, that's fine. You can use this login.salesforce.com. So with this, you can simply go with your user ID. This is my user ID and password, whatever you have created while resetting the account. So when you are creating this account, it will ask for the phone number. So it's up to you. It's not required. It's not compulsory to go with the phone number. So if you can also ignore and it's not required to provide the phone number. But what will happen every time when you are logging, it asks to update the phone number. You can simply skip that particular step. So you could see, so you no need to have the org URL. Simply with your login.salesforce.com, you are able to log in so that the system will take care of it based upon your user ID. It will automatically redirect to your organization. But this is as simple to create a trial account. Now let's say we have created a trial account, right? So after creating a trial account, what would be the next thing? So after creating a account, we need so before to it, let's try to understand the how to navigate in the Salesforce. That's all right. To understand the concept or to start learning the concepts or whatever, first you need to understand how to use the system. The basic as an end user. This is not like developer or the consultant here. Just let's say you are end user, you are new to the Salesforce, and just try to explore how to navigate and what are the options provided by the sales. Here it shows developer edition that indicates you are on the developer edition related information, right? And this is like welcome, like promotions of Salesforce and all. So here you could see some waffle, sub icon. This is nothing but app launcher. We used to call it as application launch. So as I said, CRM will provide different application. The core business applications are marketing, sales, and service, right? So here, in order to switch between the different application, you can use this app launcher. On the top of it, there is a cloud This is like Salesforce cloud icon. You can, if you are working with some company like BMW, you can have their logo here. So whatever the company you are using for the Salesforce, you can add their logo here. So in the coming sessions, we are going to see how we are going to add the logo here with for our applications. And this is like search in the header. The search will help you to search the data throughout the application. Now, let's say you have like different objects in the database, right? There is different items, different tables in the database. If you want to search the data not only from particular table, but maybe from different tables, you can use this as a global search. The global search is nothing but you can search the data from your entire application. And there is some options which we are going to see. But for now, if you see the app launcher, now let's say I want to explore the sales. So here you could see once I click on it, this is like app launcher and it provides like service, marketing, and different items here. You click on view all, it shows with the trial account, whatever the developer edition will provide these particular applications. If you see service and marketing and sales console, and these are the here you could see the sales. These are the application which it shows. There is another more. So what all these applications we'll discuss that separately. But this app launcher will help you to navigate between the different application. Or you can also simply type here the application name like sales. So here it shows the sales. So now it will switch to the sales application. This is how the Salesforce looks like, your sales module. So in the demo session, we are discussing, right? Any CRM application will provide some business core application like sales, service, marketing. The sales application will be used by the sales agents in order to explain the sales process to generate the orders or invoices and all. So this is the place where your sales agent keeps on working on your with your customers. Got it? So this is like front end page, whatever it shows. This is like dashboard, which help you to understand like what's happening in your organization. Like say how many deals were closed, how many accounts or customers information we have. So what is the relationship you are building with the customers in last 90 days? So this is how it will give some dashboard so that all the information can be seen on the front page. Got it? Here it shows some tabs here. These tabs are nothing but this is like your objects in the database. So why we create an objects here? Just to give you basic information here, again the terminology wise. So you may aware of any database like SQL or Oracle in your graduation, right? So let me compare with the database to Salesforce. Why? Because the technology, whenever you are learning some new topics, the technology is very much important. So C language has different syntax and Java has different syntax. In the same way, the technology, whatever we are using, that will help you to communicate or to address if there is any issues with it. So just let me take an example of database. So that just assuming that in your graduation you have the SQL server or Oracle. So in the database, what we used to call the table, right? So in the Salesforce, instead of table, we used to call it as objects, right? We used to call it as objects. And in the tables, in the database, we have like, now let's say student is a table, right? Student is a table, and this has like different columns like serial number, student name, or address, right? So these are the columns which you use to maintain the data. Like, let's say this is the data. This is how we are going to maintain the data. So here, student is a table, serial number, a student name, and address are the columns in the database. So here, whatever the column, we used to call it as columns in the database. In Salesforce, we used to call it as fields, right? And coming to the data, here it calls as rows. Here, records or rows. This is how we used to call, instead of table, we used to call it as an object, right? So now come back to the interface here. Now here, whatever the tables you are able to see, this is nothing but your objects in the database. So you could see, as I said, it is like plug and play scenario. I mean to say, any organization who wants to do marketing, sales, and service, they can simply create an account with the Salesforce and they can start build their data. So to understand this one, each and every object has their own information. And some of the core business objects here is, some of the core business objects provided by the Salesforce is account, contact, lead, opportunity, and these are the core business objects. So what is core business objects? These objects can be used in all the clouds. Like in the marketing, we are able to see this. In the sales, we are able to see. In the service as well, we are able to use this. We are going to use this particular tables or objects. So account is nothing but accounts and contacts maintains the customer information. Now let's say what is the customer account will maintain. Now let's say BMW is a company. Right? This is my account. So this is how I'm going to maintain the data. Just giving the basic knowledge before going with the Salesforce here. Now account is BMW and contact from the BMW is SURESH. That means the BMW can't directly interact with the company, right? That should be some representative from the BMW. In the same, maybe from BMW, I'm going to have another contact like Ashok, right? So this is account information will maintain which company this contact belongs to. So this is how I can maintain the accounts and contacts. And what is lead? Lead is nothing but whenever I'm doing some marketing, as I was giving the example in the yesterday session, right? Like if you visit any shopping malls, the credit card guy comes to you and asks for your phone number. So where they are going to enter? In the lead object, which maintains the lead information. Once the lead information was processed by the sales agent, and once he is satisfied, once he come to a decision that this is like valid lead, then he will convert the lead. Then it will automatically create as an account and contact. That account and contact is nothing but your customer's information. And opportunity is nothing but where that is an opportunity to the company to make some business with the customer. So lead will give you an opportunity to the company to make some business. So these are the core business objects, right? So now, in the Salesforce, you may have the question whether I need to have here, you are talking about the database, whether I need to have any knowledge on the database. So if you have the knowledge, it helps, but if not, it's not required. I mean to say, here you are not going to have the direct touch points on the database. That means you are not going to write any SQL commands. The SQL commands like DML commands, create table name, insert into, update, delete. We have some commands, right? So you no need to have at least basic DML commands as well. Why? Because you are not going to have any touch points on the database directly. So with your mouse clicks, you are able to create a table in the database or object in the database. You are able to build a relationship between the two tables as well without any SQL commands. So that level of development you can do in the Salesforce. That means you no need to have any prerequisite or any knowledge regarding the SQL commands. If you have the idea on the DBMS, that will help to understand the database, right? So let's see. So this is how the objects. Now let's say, as you are telling, I don't have access to the database, then how I can interact with the tables or objects. That's what here you could see account is an object in the database. So in order to access the records from the account, here directly we are going to create a tab while creating an object. While creating an object, it allows you to create a tab here. If you click on the account, so it shows some dummy information. Here it shows some dummy information whenever you are creating a trial account. It shows some dummy information, just provide an opportunity to explore the system. If it has some data, it allows you to explore the system, right? So the Salesforce will provide some dummy data. Now let's say on an account tab, I'm just accessing my records or rows from the database. This is my accounts information. In the same way, if I want to access my opportunity information, you can click on the opportunity. So it will fetch the records from opportunity object. Right? This is how these are nothing but the tabs which will help you to access the data from that particular object. Got it? And coming to the search here, now let's say if I want to search something like edge, search it. So any information related to edge, if you see, these are the different objects we have. On the opportunity object, you are able to find 4 records. From the account object, you are able to find 1 record. From the chatter, leads, task, files, and contact, from these objects, there is no information available related to edge. So this is how the global search will help you to search about the data in your database. Right? On right side, you could see some options. Now let's say these options are nothing but So this is like favorite, if you open any record. So if you want to make this record as a favorite, so you can simply click on this star icon. So here it shows your favorited record. So whenever if you want to access your record directly, here it shows, you can click on it. So it will take you to that record. So this works as a favorite. And here it shows the plus symbol. This is nothing but a global action. This we used to call it as a global action. You can also get, if you put the tooltip, it shows the global action. What is global action? So here global action will allows you to create a record in that object quickly. So without navigating from the screen. Now let's say you are currently working on an account object. So here on this record, you are doing something. You are doing some processes here or updating some record. Meanwhile, as an agent, you got a call from customer and asked to add one new task or new case or new ticket on behalf of customer or new contact information or whatever. Simply without navigating from the screen, you can use this global action. So here it shows some global action items. If you want to quickly create a task, you can click on new task. So here it shows the pop-up page, pop-up window. Without disturbing the existing page, you are able to quickly create a record. This is nothing but global action, right? And this one is a guidance center. So guidance center will help you to guide how to use this Salesforce. In the initial days, now let's say you are new to the Salesforce. So if you want to explore the Salesforce documents, so this guidance center will help you to provide some information like how to use your application. Here you could see it provides some information like how to define your sales process in this particular Salesforce at all. This is like information which it shows. Like topic by topic, it will give you a clear picture. I mean to say it is like public facing documents, which is provided by the Salesforce for your learning purpose, right? And there is a question mark. This is nothing but the Salesforce help. Now let's say you have any issues with the Salesforce account. If you want to raise a ticket to the Salesforce, right? You can simply go to Salesforce help and you can raise a ticket there. So it will take you to the Salesforce forum. So where it will allows you to create a ticket there. And there is like some documents as well. So whatever the new releases happening, that release notes, and this is like short. It will provide you links for some of the Salesforce related items. You can access the links and all from this question mark, right? And this is a settings or gear icon which you could see here. Now let's say whatever we are accessing now, this is for end user. Till now as a developer, what we need to do here. So as a developer, we are going to do the two things here. One is customization part, and the other one is configuration part. So what is customization and what is configuration? Customization is nothing but you are extending the system behavior. I mean to say, if your client would like to have new application, so of course they are going with the sales, service, and marketing, but they have some separate requirement. In that scenario, you want to create your own application. Then whatever the applications you are creating, whatever the objects you are creating in the database, whatever the automation process you are implementing, this everything comes under customization jobs. And coming to the configuration, just creating a user in the system or setting up your company's information or setting up your organization information, providing security roles to the users, this everything comes under configuration tasks. So once you are into any company, into a real-time projects, you will be allocated, you will be assigned with some task like configuration task and customization tasks as well. Usually for the admin related people, they will allocate configurations, and for the developers, they will allocate customization tasks. Got it? This is like customizations and configurations, which we are going to deal. Now let's come back to the Salesforce here. This is, as I said, this is like front-end user interface page. So that is like your end user. You are accessing the data, you are navigating to the tabs and all. But as if you want to make some changes to the application, if you want to make some customizations or configurations, this is the place, like setup is the place. Here, if you click on this gear icon, here it shows some options like setup, data cloud setup, service, Salesforce Go, and developer console and all. So what is this all items? So this setup will provide you all this information. So if you want to get all the information which is available in the data cloud service and all, so you can simply click on setup. So if you want to like you do data imports, data exports, data management related things, you can simply go with data cloud setup. And for the service module, for the service cloud, some extra configuration is required while compared with the sales and marketing. Why? Because any company service team will play an important role. Why? Because the sales is one-time job, but the service will enhance your brand value. Like how you are providing service to the product, that will give more brand to your service, right? So now let's say you have purchased a car. So it is like one time the sales process is done, but throughout the life of that car, you need to keep on providing the service to the car. There, how empathize you are with the customer, that helps you, that makes the like give good brand value to your company. So for the service, there we are going to have how we are handling the cases or the issues raised by the ticket with different level of service level agreements, different level of entitlements. It has some complex configuration when compared with the marketing and sales. So for it was dedicatedly, it was provided service setup. And Salesforce Go is like recently introduced. So this is also we are going to cover in the development part at the time of development. This is like where AI also is embedded in this Salesforce Go. So that will be discussed at the time of development. And developer console, this is an application like force.com. So as I said, platform as a service provided by the Salesforce, right? Here will allows you to write some Apex code on that. Right? So this is like developer console. So this is the items which is available in the setup. Now, if you see the setup, all this information available in this setup. So it will take you to the setup page. This is how the backend page looks like. So this is the place where actually we are doing the customizations or configurations. Now let's say here it shows the setup. Here, whatever it shows, the meaning of it is you are currently in the setup. Or the meaning of it, you are currently on the sales service. Whatever it shows, that provides you like on which application you are in. And home button, this like general information about the like what you are accessing and all. And these are the options which is available. So if you want to create an users or if you want to work with the data, like everything is available here. This is what we are going to learn in the coming session. And here it shows the object manager. As I said, you are not directly going to interact with the database, right? So where I can get the objects, where I can get that objects, where I can access the objects. So this is the place from the setup. There is an object manager. If you click on this object manager, it provides you the list of objects or tables available in the database. Here it shows account, activity, address. These are nothing but all the objects available in the database. If you scroll down, here you could see that keeps on loading. It is almost based upon your trial account. For developer editions, it is almost 220 plus objects will be there in the database. So that's again, if you are purchasing a licensed version, you are going to get new applications. Based upon the applications, I mean to say, you are going to get the objects. So you may ask whether I need to have the knowledge on all these objects. Absolutely not. I mean to say, if you are understanding the core concept, now let's say what is account lead opportunity or not, like the core records, then it is easy for you to understand all the objects. It is as simple. If you know how to do the addition or how to do the subtraction, you can able to do with any numbers, right? As simple as that. Try to understand the core concept and remaining everything is like similar only. So the agenda like marketing, sales and service application should have the knowledge. So you can able to work on any applications. Right? So this is like object manager will provide you the information about your objects. Got it? In the same way, as I said, if you go to the service setup, so it shows the similar thing like service setup and all. Here it shows information related to the service. Here, if you are doing some process automation like uh, service level agreements and everything is entitlement and everything you are configuring here. From the setup as well, you can do the same thing, but as you know, service has some complex module. This service this setup is provided separately in order to have the service. And the same data cloud for data management related activities, you can go with the data cloud. So this is the place as a developer, we are going to spend a lot of time in this setup page only. Got it? And this is like notification which act as a self-assistant. Now let's say any notification, any upcoming releases and all, everything will get notified. The system will notify to you by in this place. Now, not only this, now let's say you are doing some automation process. Now let's say whenever a lead is generated in the system. So the lead is generated and the lead is assigned to you on your name. You are going to get the notification on this place at this place. So this work as a self-assistant. This work as a self-assistant, where whatever the notifications or appointments or upcoming events you have, that everything is notified by here as an assistant to you, right? And this is like, the profile, like which user has logged in and what is the org URL and all. This is your organization URL. And here you could see switch to Salesforce Classic. So the Salesforce Classic is nothing but if you click on the Salesforce Classic, you could see the interface will change. The system will take you to the Classic experience. This is like old version. So previously we used like before 4 years, we used to have the system in this way. It looks like the Salesforce Classic. So now everything got changed. Here, how you can switch between the different tabs, different applications or not. But this is no longer using, no company are going with this Classic. And I could say this is deprecated. So now everything got changed to Lightning Experience. Switch to Lightning Experience. This is the link. So this is like previously we have the Classic version. Now everything got changed to Lightning Experience. That's what LWC concepts come from. So Lightning Web Experience were developed. Why in the sense? From the Classic, if you compare from the Classic to the Lightning Experience, the user interface got changed, the look and feel got changed, and the page loading performance, the application performance has increased, and page loading time also got increased, latency issues got resolved. So to give a good and feel experience to the user, the look and feel user interface, everything got changed in the Lightning Experience. Now, if you want to create a new applications, you are able to create Lightning Experience applications only, but you can't create a Classic. The system will not allow, or you are not able to create the Classic as well. Whatever the applications we are going to create now or in future, that everything in the Lightning Experience, and whatever the old applications you have, that is going to be deprecated. For now, at least you could see some link there. Maybe in the future, this link will also not be available. Right? This is like for basic user interface, like to give you an information like how you can use the Salesforce account, right? So I hope you are able to access the instance now. Today, the task would be, please try to create a trial account with your email IDs and try to explore the Salesforce with the navigations here and there. So you would be familiar with the account, with the Salesforce. In the tomorrow session, we are going to create, if time permits, we are going to create a new application. So after creating an application, first we are learning how to create an application. Once we create an application, we are start building our all the whatever the concepts we are going to discuss, that going to implement on that application. Right. Tomorrow in the first thing, we are going to set up the company or information. Once it is done, we are going to see the user details, how to add the users to this account. Once it is done, if time permits, we are going to create an application. So this is the task for you. I mean to say, try to be ready with the trial account so that from tomorrow as well, from tomorrow we are going to start the applications and we are going to build the application in the trial account. So that's it from my end. Now, up to you. Please, if you have any questions, please let me know. Any questions, please let me know. And I hope please ping your email IDs in the chat so that the admin team will share you the recording sessions. The recording sessions will be shared to your mail ID. That is not first two videos will be the public and remaining videos will be the private. So please ping your mail ID so that you can get access to the recording sessions as well. And the notes, whatever I'm trying to add the notes here, that will also be shared in the WhatsApp group for the private users. Yeah, now it's for you. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Hello, sir. I have one top level doubt. Like, if each individual company is having their own websites, right? So, what is the specific use of having accounts in Salesforce? Just now you
Yeah,
showed one company account here,
correct,
right?
correct. So I got your question. Let me answer you. So regarding your question, now let's say here, whenever you are creating an account, here if you see the user ID, whatever it is generated like SFDC December @agentforce.com. Now to answer your question, now let's say I have two companies. One is like BMW and other one is Audi. So they are going to create an instance. That means they have some admin email, like let's say admin@bmw.com. And for the Audi, admin@audi.com, right? So this is their whatever @bmw.com, @audi.com, this is their personal domains. This is their own domains. So whatever the user you are going to create in the BMW, let's say suresh@bmw.com, suresh@audi.com. So this Audi can't be used by another companies, right? So for as it is like trial instance, for all the users who are going with the trial, for all them it shows @agentpost.com. That means they have created some domain for only for a trial accounts. So that is the reason if I created or you created, for all of us, it will get @agentpost.com only. But if you go with the real time or the paid licenses, so based upon your domain, you are going to allocate the users. You are going to get the domains for the users. Domains in the sense usernames for the user. Now let's say Suresh currently working on a BMW company. So my login is login.salesforce.com and suresh@bmw.com. Once I sign in, I am able to log in. Now after some time, I signed off from so and so BMW company and I joined the Audi company. So here BMW company will deactivate my account. So in the tomorrow session, you will get more clarity on it. They will simply deactivate my user account. Now, if I'm trying with suresh@bmw.com as well, the system will not permit me to log in. Why? Because they have deactivated in their instance. Now, Audi people will create a new account for me, that is suresh@audi.com. Now, if I want to access the Audi instance, I need to use suresh@audi.com only. Got it? I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, a little bit still having doubt. Yeah, I think once I listen to the tomorrow class, yeah, I will let you know.
That's purely your doubt is your doubt is, I guess, @agentforce.com, and you are asking me to log in .salesforce. You are asking me to use login.salesforce.com. How it come for all the users single domain? That's your doubt, right?
Yes.
So that's depend upon here based upon your this particular domain, it will map to your instance. The system will take care of it. That will map to your instance. So once the user shift from one company to one other company, what will happen? That tomorrow we are going to see adding the users. So what will happen if user is active, deactivate, or assigning the license and removing the license? What will happen? That everything will be discussed in the tomorrow session.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions? Please let me know. Okay, I will take this silence as no questions and we'll wind up the session for today. And we are going to share this recording session on the YouTube channel. So the link will be shared in the same WhatsApp group along with this particular notes. If anybody wants to get the recording, please drop your email ID in the WhatsApp group. Thank you all.